I want to make a deal with you. Are you interested?
The Young and the Restless, Y&R recap for Friday, January 23rd, reveals that Ian Ward, Ray Wise, will push Mariah Copeland, Cameron Grimes, to kidnap Dominic Winters, Ethan Ray Clarke, while Sally Spectra, Courtney Hope, decide she's done with Billy Abbott's, Jason Thompson, letdowns. At Crimson Lights, Audra Charles, Zuleika Silva, will run into Amy Lewis, Valerie Pettiford, and seek forgiveness. Amy will hear Audra out, but then Audra will lie about her history with Holden Novak, Nathan Owens, when he pops up. Audra will downplay it like nothing really happened in her past with Holden, but Amy will know she's lying. That'll sting after everything they've been through, so Amy will snap that if Audra wants forgiveness then she has to earn it. After Amy stomps off, Audra will bicker with Holden until Sally comes along and interrupts them. Sally will quiz Audra about whether Holden is holding something over her, but Audra will want to discuss Sally's problems instead. On Friday's Y&R episode, Sally will offer updates on the Chancellor situation and hint about Billy letting her down for the last time. Now Sally will be ready to contact Jill Abbott, Jess Walton, and assemble her own team to protect Abbott Communications, which means trying to get Jill on board with Audra as a new hire. At Society, Abby Winters, Melissa Ordway, will talk to Devon Winters, Brighton James, about the attack on Newman Enterprises before the conversation shifts to Lily Winters, Crystal Khalil, and how she wasn't surprised over Kane Ashby's, Billy Flynn, latest move. Abby will talk about meeting up with Devon later since they'll plan to take Dominic ice skating with some friends. Once Abby takes off, Devon will catch up with Nate Hastings, Sean Dominic, and question him about the nature of his relationship with Victoria Newman, Amelia Heinley. Nate will make it clear that neither one of them is ready to date again. After Nate meets up with Amy next, she'll give him news on her Audra run-in. Part of Amy will still feel for Audra, so she'll question Nate about where he stands. Nate still won't trust Audra and won't be looking for romance at this point, but Amy will want him to find happiness again. At the Park Cafe, Abby will have hot cocoa with Dominic while they wait for his friends and Devon. There'll be some talk about how Dominic didn't grow inside Abby, but she still has a lot in common with him and thinks he's super cool. In Mariah's motel room, she'll write in her journal and think about how she doesn't deserve the good things in her life. Even if Mariah tried to go back and pretend, she'll feel like Tessa Porter, Kate Fairbanks, and Aria Porter Copeland, Maddie and Millie Ingle would see the truth. Mariah will realize she doesn't have her old contacts on her new phone, but she'll still know the one number she needs. Mariah just won't be sure she should use it, but she'll ultimately call Abby's phone. Abby will notice the unknown number and answer just in case it might be the parent of one of Dominic's pals. Mariah will hear Abby's voice on the other end of the line before hanging up without saying anything. Ian will appear to Mariah and wonder why she'd do that. Mariah won't be looking for another lecture, but Ian will insist on offering more guidance. Mariah won't be sure about the idea she previously decided on, but Ian will insist it's the right time and needs to happen. Ian will insist he's there to make sure Mariah sticks to the plan. After Mariah heads to the park for some spying, she'll return with pictures that she snapped on her phone. There'll be photos of Dominic with Abby and Devon as well as pics of Dom alone. Ian will play up how Mariah made that family possible and will refuse to let her back out when she's so close. Although Ian won't specify what he's pushing Mariah to do, it'll be obvious that a Dominic kidnapping is about to go down. Back at the Park Cafe, Devon and Abby will happily enjoy some bonding time with Dominic after his ice skating session. The Young and the Restless spoilers say Abby and Devon have some scary moments ahead of them thanks to Mariah's scheme, so stay tuned. The Young and the Restless, Y&R, spoilers for Friday, January 23rd, reveal that a Dominic Winters, Ethan Ray Clarke, recast will debut as Mariah Copeland, Cameron Grimes, targets Devon Winters, Brighton James, and Abby Winters, Melissa Ordway, son. The role of Dominic was previously portrayed by Rain and River Ware, but Ethan Ray Clarke will make his first appearance as Dom on Friday's show. It looks like Dominic will enjoy some family bonding time with his parents in the park, but trouble's just around the corner. Devon and Abby may get a bit distracted while Dominic's playing nearby. That could give Mariah a chance to lurk and spy on the little boy she gave birth to during the surrogacy storyline. Mariah obviously still has some sort of attachment to Bowie aka Dominic, especially since those visions of Ian Ward, Ray Wise, have been manipulating her. Unfortunately, Dominic will get tangled up in Mariah's destiny since she's on the verge of making a bold move. Mariah will get a message that haunts her on Friday's Y&R episode. Ian may give Mariah the final nudge she needs to move forward with a Dominic kidnapping plot. Whether it happens now or in the coming episodes, Mariah will indeed scoop Dominic up at some point and drive off in a getaway car. Abby and Devon will face a total nightmare soon thanks to Mariah snatching Dominic, so don't miss all the chaos ahead on the CBS soap. Over with Audra Charles, Zuleika Silva, and Holden Novak, Nathan Owens, they'll have a conversation with Amy Lewis, Valerie Pettiford. Holden and Audra will do their best to get rid of any lingering tension with Amy, so she may agree to a new beginning for them all. As for the Claire Newman, Hayley Erin situation, Audra and Holden will hope they've got that under control now. Of course, Claire won't give up so easily, so Holden and Audra's buried Los Angeles secrets will still be in jeopardy. The Young and the Restless spoilers say Claire will work hard for updates on what really happened, so she's sure to uncover some shocking news eventually. The Young and the Restless, Y&R recap for Thursday, January 22nd, reveals that Billy Abbott, Jason Thompson, will have a final answer for Kane Ashby, Billy Flynn, while Victor Newman, Eric Braeden, throws Jack Abbott, Peter Bergman, out. At Sharon Newman's, Sharon Case, house, she'll realize Nick Newman, Joshua Morrow, slept on the sofa instead of in the guest room. Nick will flash back to holding the fentanyl bag on the porch, but he won't remember what happened after that. Sharon will convince Nick to go back to the hospital and get checked out, but he'll want to talk to Victor Newman, Eric Braeden, first. At the main house on the ranch, Victor will order Jack to get his hands off Nikki Newman, Melody Thomas Scott. Jack and Nikki will try to explain it was just a comforting hug, but Victor will kick Jack out. At Society, Diane Jenkins Abbott, Susan Walters, and Kyle Abbott, Michael Mealer, will make phone calls as they try to make sure Jabbo bounces back with new products in stores. Jack will eventually arrive with updates on his confrontation with Victor and the news that Kane offered Chancellor to Billy. That'll bring concerns about Billy putting himself in Victor's crosshairs. Back at the ranch, Chelsea Lawson, Melissa Claire Egan, and Adam Newman, Mark Grossman, will speak with Nikki and Victor about the steps they've been taking. There'll be stories published that heavily imply Kane and Phyllis Summers.